fuck is up, YouTube? How the hell is everybody doing? Pseudocron back in the house, and I am going to give my 2 pennies on everything that has gone down with Tennocon 2017. Now, before I get into it, let me get one thing out of the way. I am well aware that I am probably one of the last YouTubers to cover this entire topic, and that does have a reason indeed. It's no excuse or anything like that, it's just, I have a bit of an issue with hopping on to this cash cow. See, when it comes down to making a video to get as many views as possible, and making a video to entertain you guys as much as possible, I couldn't give a shit less about views, okay? Of course, views are important, and yes, like every other YouTuber, I also need them, right? Obviously, but I do prefer to make content that entertains you guys, and that was why I was not going to do any videos on the whole Tennocon situation whatsoever, because, well, every other goofball YouTuber is doing that right now, including some of your and maybe my favorite YouTubers out there, right? However, I reconsidered my thoughts and my point of view when I saw, I think it was Tactical Potatoes video, one of them of Tennocon, I'm not sure. And it wasn't so much a copy paste style video to get views, and it was much more like, okay guys, we all know what happened at Tennocon by now, and here is my opinion to it. And I kind of liked that style. I thought, you know what? You guys are here to be entertained. You guys might even care about my opinion. Who knows, right? And I'm here to give you guys what you want. More or less, don't get cocky now. Alright, so I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 pennies on the subject of Tennocon 2017. Just because I feel that you guys, as my viewers, are entitled to it. If you happen to give a fuck, that is. So, that being said, that's the reason why I haven't made a video about the subject yet. And on this one, I'm just going to give you guys my quick, my quick thoughts on the entire thing. Now, before I get into the talking points, let's try to answer the biggest question. When is all of this supposed to happen? Well, we don't know for sure, obviously, but it was previewed to be released in 2017, and depending on where you live, you probably know that it is 2017 right now. And being July and everything, I think that all of these things are going to drop sometime within the next 3 months, maybe, or well, I believe it's going to take 3 months at a minimum, but not much more than 3 months either. That's just my personal thought, because from what I saw at Tennocon, this shit looked pretty ready. Okay, this does not look like serious work in progress. To me, it looks like something that can be shipped very, very soon, right? Okay, but what do I know, right? I don't know anything. But I think we can definitely expect this to hit us in around 3 months' time. Now, speaking of time, let's go into the first topic that we got to see at Tennocon. The next Prime access palette. We know that it's going to be Hydroid, we know it's going to be Ballistica Prime, and the Nami Skyla Prime, that dagger sword duo you may have heard of at some point. As of right now, we have 21 days, that is when this video is uploaded, so that's going to be July 11th. We have another 21 days until the current Prime access expires. Which means that somewhere around 21 to 30 days from now, from today, we should be getting Hydroid Prime. Okay? Which means there must be a rework somewhere in between then, right? Um, this is a fact, okay? You know DE wants to make money, and that's okay, and they need the money. They're not going to make as much money with Hydroid Prime as they would if they give him a good rework. Now, we know that they can do pretty good reworks. Let's think Limbo, Excalibur, and whatnot. We also know that they can fuck it up a little bit, too. Let's think about Trinity. That wasn't really a rework, and a lot of people aren't very happy with Ash's rework either. I, for one, think Ash's rework is pretty okay. Now, my opinions to the next Prime package. Hydroid, I'm quite pleased with Hydroid, to be honest. I'm happy to see him become a Prime. I don't like Hydroid, to be honest. I do acknowledge his values, and I do appreciate him for what he can do, but I just feel that a lot of other Warframes can do the same things, but better. But the fact that Hydroid is the next Prime does have me kind of excited. A, because he's going to get a rework, that's pretty much certainty, and I'm eager to see what they're going to do with it. And B, because he looks kind of cool. To me, Hydroid is a pretty ugly Warframe, and pretty difficult to make look cool, to make aesthetically pleasing. And I think that his Prime version does look kind of awesome. That's just me, I don't know. What do you think? You think he looks good, or do you think they fucked him up? Ballistica Prime, yeah, well, I don't really care much about the Rakta Ballistica, for example. I do acknowledge that it's powerful, and I do use it every blue moon or so, but I don't like the weapon that much. I prefer many other ones. But fine, if that one wants to be a Prime, I don't have an issue with that. Now, what I do find very surprising, pleasantly surprising, is that Nami Skyla is going to be Prime version, because the original Nami Skyla wasn't a terrible weapon, but it's definitely not the greatest weapon either, right? I mean, we know that. And it's one of those weapons that I kind of acquired, played with a little bit, and then put on the shelf and forgot that it even existed, okay? With the Prime version of it coming out now, it's kind of like a reminder. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, I remember. That happened at some point, and that's kind of pleasing. So I'm very eager to see what they're going to do with it in terms of stats. Is it going to be mediocre like the original one, or is it going to be, you know, not too shabby at all? Yeah, eager to see what's going on there. Next thing that they're going to have introduced sometime probably soon-ish is going to be the new Warframe, which is glass-themed Warframe. We've all heard it. Not only glass in its solid form, but also like molten glass with heat and something like that. And shape-shifting elements. I'm thinking Terminator 2. I think that this is an amazing thing. I have spoken of this a couple times with clanmates and friends, that Warframe and stealth is a topic all on its own. That's a whole different thing that we could dive into right there, right? Warframe and stealth. But one thing that is missing from Warframe in the stealthy aspect is a Warframe that has the ability to actually shapeshift. I mean, imagine you could copy the shape of a Grineer and basically impersonate a Grineer or a Corpus or whatever, and basically travel through in between the ranks of the enemy, and they won't ever detect you because, you know, you look exactly the same. Now, I don't know if that's the direction that they're going to, as Scott mentioned when he said shape-shifting, but I'm just throwing this out there. That would be kind of cool. Maybe a glass tank. See what I did there? Yeah, that sucked, I know. Next up, Stalker gameplay. So far, there is no evidence that Stalker gameplay is going to be an actual thing, but there also isn't any evidence that it is not going to be an actual thing in the game. Okay, it was previewed on a couple of channels. I think, shit, I don't even remember. You Google it, you'll find it. Okay, I don't want to show you any footage about that right now. But apparently, someone was playing as the Stalker, and you can jump into the game and be the Stalker and actually stalk, troll other players randomly. We don't know what that's going to look like, if it is going to be implemented into the game or not. I'm assuming it will, however. This is just my personal opinion, because why else would DE go to the hassle of creating that content? Why would they go through it? Just to preview it? Just to allow a couple of people to test it out at Tennocon? No, come on. I don't think so. It's probably going to be implemented in the game at some point. When? No clue. Maybe this year, maybe next year, maybe never. We don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to wait it out. That's something that I've also been waiting for quite a long time. Pretty much ever since I was introduced to the Stalker, when I first started playing the game, I was hoping that there would be possibilities to actually play different characters. Not only the Stalker, but maybe be able to play as one of the Grustag 3. In whatever shape or form, whatever type of mission, I don't know. It was just an idea that might be interesting. Could even be like a mini game or something. Who cares, right? It doesn't really matter. But this is pretty cool with being Stalker and stalking actual players. Well, yeah, sure, why not? That's a great step into that direction. And if that does happen, I'm eager to see what it's going to be. But yeah, enough on the Stalker. That's my opinion to the Stalker. Another thing that they're going to change is going to be matured Tenno, which again, it's one of those things that I've been talking about for a very long time with friends and clan members and whatnot, that of issues that the game has and things that should be changed, and matured Tenno is one of them. It's almost as if Steve hacked my computer and reviewed a couple of my conversations that I've been having. It's fucking crazy. So, matured Tenno. Right now, we have a bunch of emo kids, as they nicely said, running around controlling these warframes. Well, in the grand scheme of lore, with 26 million registered losers, right? That basically equates to 26 million Tenno, active Tenno, children. First of all, why are they all the same age? Second of all, why don't they get older? Third of all, what happened before their generation and after their generation to cause them all to be the same age and these kind of things? I know this is very nitpicky, but when you reach a certain level in Warframe and you run out of things to do, you start asking yourself logical questions like this, okay? And I think that it is absolutely fantastic that DE has decided to go ahead and mature the Tennos and turn them into warriors. Because right now they don't really seem like warriors. They seem like naive little punks with a bad attitude, which is okay. I kind of dig it. But long term, it's kind of like, where are we going with this, you know? And mature Tenno is really, really good. So they're going to have like their own custom armor sets. You're going to be able to like enhance that that freaky focus beam that you can use with some device that you strap onto your arm or whatever. I don't know what we're going to do with that later. I did hear whispers about Warframe restriction when fighting in the open world, which I will get to later. Which means you're going to have to fight as the operator. I don't know. I just know that if the operator system would stay as it is right now, fuck that, because fighting as an operator is pretty lame right now, and kind of annoying. So I'm eager to see what they're going to do with that. Fantastic idea. And finally, let's get to Umbra. So Excalibur Umbra was teasered in a relatively short trailer. We still don't know what Umbra is exactly. We only know that Umbra is apparently going to be implemented into the game sometime soon. And Umbra is, by the way, going to be the next cinematic quest, and it's going to tell us a little bit more about the nature of Warframes. Past quests have told us a lot about the operators, the Tennos, what and where they are from, and what their role is, and all this. And the Umbra cinematic quest is going to tell us a little bit more about the nature of Warframes themselves. So yeah, that's cool. But since I don't have very much information on Umbra, and I also don't really give too much of a shit, I'm going to leave it at that. But now let's get to the open world, the juicy part. Plains of Eidolon. Oh my fucking god, I lost my shit when I saw this. I fought ever since I saw the Tennocon footage, I fought with the urge of becoming excited. I do not want to be on that hype train, okay? I very much prefer to stay very low-key and just, take a chill pill and relax and let it hit and then judge. But I can't help myself. I really can't do it. I'm sorry, guys. This open world thing is, as corny as it may sound, a dream come true. If I look back at what kind of games that I like and why I like these games, it doesn't make much sense for me to like Warframe, okay? And yet I do. The thing is, I love to explore things, which is why I got hooked onto Minecraft very quickly, which is why The Witcher is fantastic to me. Red Dead Redemption, oh my fucking god. I loved these kind of games where you can just roam around freely and discover things all on your lonesome and just have like your own little adventures and just encounter shit in the environment, okay? The fact that these open world elements and everything that those bring to the table along with them is coming into Warframe is like Warframe is picking up everything that I love about other games as well. It's like Warframe is going to become a summary of everything that I like about games. And I can't help but become excited about this. Open world, come on, man. That is fucking amazing. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, what is going on with the open world? We don't know when it is going to be released. As I said at the beginning of the video, I think it's going to take a minimum of 3 months. I kind of hope and feel it won't take much longer than 3 months, but that's just speculation. It could be shit. It could be December 30th by the time it's released. Okay, I don't think it will be because, as I said, it does look pretty finished to me. Okay, but what do I know? Okay, I am so happy that DE decided to go this route because for a very long while now I have been discussing with, again, clan members and friends of Warframe about the direction that Warframe really needs to go, because Warframe is, or now that we know what's coming, was a sinking ship. Now I know that for a lot of you players right now are thinking, wait a minute, what? You out of your damn mind? When you've played the game for a couple of years and you're like rank 20 above, or essentially you have no reason to farm anything anymore because you have everything and you run out of things to do, then you can come back and talk to me about Warframe being a sinking ship or not. Warframe is great, but once you run out of things to do, it is pretty... it's pretty boring, I guess, is maybe the right word. It's just void of so many things that it's just a completely different perspective, okay? And we start asking questions, as I mentioned earlier, like what's going on in the universe, in the world of Warframe? Where are the colonies? We're protecting somebody apparently, but who? Where are they? What do they do? You know, these kind of questions and lore. You know, we want to know. We want meaning. We want to exist for a reason. We want to feel what we are doing, okay? And I think that Plains of Eidolon is really going to help bring that to the table with all the lore possibilities that we have with this new settlement, with the scavengers and the open world place. What's the name of the damn planet? Cetus, I think it was, or something like that, right? This really does open up a lot of possibilities. Now, as you saw, this relay type-ish thing, it was referred to as a relay. We don't know if that's going to stay that way or if that's just a placeholder, but I'll refer to it as relay as well for now. Has a bazaar, much like Maru's bazaar, with some interesting things in it. You could get companion customizations. I don't know if that is only going to be like armor and stuff like that, or if you can like genetically mutate your cats and stuff like that, your companions, which would be fucking amazing. Also, which was another thing that was a big highlight that made people go absolutely crazy, was Hawk's Anvil, where you can build your own weapons, and apparently, depending on what parts you put together, will dictate what the stats are on the weapon. I'm not sure how that's going to work later on, because if you combine a certain amount of gear, you're going to have some stats. Are you going to be able to modify those just the way you modify every other weapon? I'm assuming yes. That would be the easiest way, and probably a good way to do it too. But yeah, this did have a lot of people very excited that you could completely uniquely build your own weapon and make it have whatever stats you need it to have, slash impact whatever, and even name the weapon, give it your own individual name. That's pretty cool, I guess. That is maybe a bit of a Minecraft aspect right there. Also, in this bizarre, not bizarre, but in this relay situation on Cetus, there's another cool thing, and that is the fact that there are quests available from the civilians on these in this village or whatever the hell it is. That is pretty damn cool. I like that a lot. It's something that I very much enjoy about like Grand Theft Auto or The Witcher or even Red Dead Redemption or something like that. That's something that I really enjoy, coming across random people and being able to pick up quests from them. There is no proof that DE is actually going to implement random strangers that you can meet in the open world place. For now, it seems restricted to or limited to the relay people. I'm not sure if this is going to be kind of like Maru, who is always going to be in the same spot, or like Baro Katir, and you can just keep coming back to them, or they will maybe appear periodically. I don't know, but it would be fucking amazing if you could discover individuals in the open world that can give you quests. Okay, that would be pretty cool, but we don't know if that's going to happen. Just, you know, a pointer. DE, take notes! No, I'm kidding, don't. That's pretty fucking amazing. Very, very happy about that. I love the hunting aspect about it. I really like that you can interact with the fauna of the open world. It's going to be a 3 times 3 kilometer area, so it's going to be a 9 square kilometer area that we can play with, which is probably going to expand in some shape or form in the future. And it's absolutely amazing that you can actually interact with all of the fauna in this world. Now, what I would like to know is, since you can go fishing, which we saw, right? I want to know, what can you do with these fish? Because it does say that it's an ingredient, a key ingredient in skin stew, which sounds super delicious, I guess. What are you going to do with these? Are you going to be feeding your Kubros to, I don't know, maybe replenish their health? I'd like that idea. Are you going to be cooking for yourself or something? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I might be going out on a limb here, but I mean, you guys need to keep in mind, Warframe hasn't changed this radically ever. Okay, it's going from closed environment to fucking open world. Well, it's not exactly transitioning into pure open world, but it will gain this open world aspect, and who knows what that is going to develop into over the course of the next couple of months and years. So it might not be far-fetched to say that maybe the Tennos are going to be doing some kind of cooking, right? I mean, why not? They have to live somehow. I'm sure they're hungry, maybe. So I'm really eager to see what we're going to be doing with that. So yeah, that's pretty damn amazing. I'm very eager to see what that's going to do. Also, you can discover like camps and everything. Steve mentioned this, hidden maybe treasures or whatever, all kinds of crap. Okay, which again would be awesome if that would include quests, like little side quests, characters that offer side quests. I'd like that. Open world looks absolutely amazing. This desert scenery, it's absolutely amazing with the day and night cycle. Hello, what is this still Warframe? It's absolutely amazing and super interesting. I can't wait to get my hands on this thing. And it really I don't know if you felt the same way, but it really had this like Star Wars vibe to me. It's a very beautiful fantasy world that you can really submerge into, and this is something that I think was critical about Warframe's development, which has been missing since day one, is some sort of deep submersive lore that you can feel and touch and go into. Okay? Of course Warframe has lore, and of course there's a lot of shit to be learned when you start playing Warframe. But as I said, we're fighting for something. But what? Who are we fighting for? Remember the Nidus quest? That little girl that we saved? What? We've never heard of the civilization that she allegedly came from. We don't know what they do. Where are they? Where are they located? Why can't we visit them? Where the hell did they even come from? Right? These are things that we need to know. We need to see the effects that our actions have on the universe and see that we're not alone. Right now, it seems like there's only the Tenno, Lotus, and everything that we kill. That's pretty much everything. That's the extent of the universe. What a lonely existence. And now we have a new perspective on that. A nice lore, a lore-heavy world that you can really submerge into, which I really, really hope and pray that DE will capitalize on and really push that lore, whatever it may be, okay, to Oblivion and beyond, okay? Not Oblivion. Oblivion would kind of suck, but to infinity. It's probably better. Alright, okay. Speaking of day and night cycle, another very exciting thing for me personally is going to be the end of the demo when it actually turned night and all of the Grineer tucked their tails between their legs and fucking disappeared very, very quickly, which was, oh my god, beautifully done. And this giant, colossal, something sentient creature submerged from the, emerged, not submerged, emerged, guys, emerged, learn your English, emerged from, a small, whatever it was, lake or whatever, and started walking around. I don't know what to make of this, but I am excited to fight these bastards. They are apparently some sort of giant sentient creatures that we thought were extinct in the war or whatever, and for some reason a couple of them, or many maybe, survived. This is exciting news. This is something that I was hoping would happen to Warframe a very long time ago, that we could, instead of have like these raids where it's 8 guys versus these stupid, very linear missions, it would be amazing to have like a very open tile set where there's like just one giant mammoth of an enemy that we have to take down together. You know, I love battles like that. So far, I haven't found a game that does that sells it for me personally. Okay, except what was that game? Lost Planet. Lost Planet did that very well. That was very cool, and I'm hoping that Warframe is going to be similar. If you don't know Lost Planet, you'd have missed out, buddy. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping. And yeah, that's going to be fucking amazing. Jesus. We don't know how many people are going to be able to play this at the same time. It is open world, yes, but there has to be some sort of player restriction. You're not going to see 50 Tenno in there. I highly doubt it. Maybe in the future, but again, I doubt it. So I guess we're just going to have to wait. So there you have it. This is a very long video. I know, and I hope I didn't bore you too much with it. But as I said at the very beginning, I just feel that you guys are entitled to my opinion, since you guys are apparently interested in this channel, and maybe you just want to know my opinion. Well, there you have it. If you don't like it, go ahead and give this video a dislike. I don't mind. That's okay. In any case, irregardless of your opinion, share it in the comments. I want to know. I want to hear your opinion. What was your reaction to all of these changes? Are you happy with the Hydroid? Are you happy with the Ballistica, Stalker gameplay, the new Warframe, the Tenno evolving into something different, the Plains of Eidolon? What was your opinion? Did you like it? Are you worried? Are you concerned? I'm concerned that DE could fuck this up because Murphy's Law tells me that there is a lot that they could fuck up on this. Although we do know that they are very capable of creating some very, very decent stuff. I'm not saying they are going to fuck it up. I'm just saying Murphy's Law. Okay? Do you have any concerns? I'd love to know. Now, let's cut this video at this point because it's been going on for way too goddamn long, and I really apologize. I'm going to take my ass back to editing the videos that I've been working on the past few days, and yeah. Those are my 2 pennies. Do with it as you wish. So, guys, have a wonderful day. Peace out.
See you down low.